What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. This is Las Vegas Regionals round number 7. On left we have Caleb playing their Gholdengo Lunatone deck, probably one of my favorite decks right now, versus Hiroti. And I think that's how you say the name, Hiroti. I think that's how they said it in the casters was Hiroti, so I'm gonna say it like that. From Japan, actually, which is sick. A Japanese player playing in the States is always cool to see, and love that we can have this kind of like huge pool of players. So we always see like Tord and maybe like the Schultz and other like some of the Australians or some of the names we always see, but seeing like Japanese players come over to the States as well, because this is not their tournament structure, right? It's so cool to see. But they are playing a Raging deck, something we don't really see too much anymore. And so we're going to see how this matchup plays out here. How does Caleb handle this? Oh, my screen. Oh, there we go. How does Caleb handle this matchup, right? How does Gholdengo play against Rageable? That's gonna be the big question here. So here we go. Both players are setting up, and yeah, look at those Japanese cards too as well. That's pretty sick to see. Now Caleb did prize that Genesect, and that's gonna be a pretty big deal because Caleb probably only plays the one Genesect DX. Yeah, they only play the one Genesect DX, and actually they're playing Reset Stamp in their Gholdengo deck. So many Gholdengo players are playing different ace specs. It seems like you can literally play almost any ace spec in this Gholdengo deck, which is pretty interesting to see. So ace spec in Caleb's deck, which is pretty nice. Most of these Gholdengo decks don't play any kind of disruption, so the Reset Stamp could be really cool to see. We'll see Hiroti going to start with the Squawk ability and going to start with the Earth Vessel, discarding a Grass Energy. So we'll see how this matchup goes down. I feel like it has to be maybe favored for Caleb because you can play around when you want to attack with your 2 prize Pokemon, right? I guess Hiroti can attack with Fan Rotom and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see how this interaction goes, but Hiroti definitely has to bench like 2 prize Pokemon while Caleb doesn't have to bench him immediately and stuff like that, so Caleb can like knock this out pretty quickly and stuff. So we'll see how this matchup goes. So we see Vessel discarding a Grass Energy, we see Ultra discarding a Knocked Out and a Lightning. Gonna find a Fan Rotom, most likely use that Fan Call. And going to be able to search for 3 colors Pokemon, probably Hoothoot, and if they don't need another Hoothoot, like if they want to save it, they can just go 2 Hoothoot. Yeah, can go for that Dittos. Yeah, so we see a Fighting G there. We can go, we already have 1 Hoothoot, and going to Squawk and Seize first, and not go for, going to go for the Hoothoot first. Going to wait and see what we get. This is actually pretty smart because you can use it afterwards and still put a Knockdown in your hand, which is pretty cool to see. We do see double Grass in the hand. Looks like we're going to see a Fan Rotom. Oh, they're going to look at the discard pile. I don't think anything crazy has happened yet, so going to use that, look at their deck, and they did discard their 1 energy switch. They only play 1 of those, but they are playing 4 Professor Sada, so big thing there. But we see Ditto come down, could see another Hoothoot, and then maybe a Noctowl come down. Now we have 2 Hoothoots and 1 Noctowl on the hand. You can use Ditto, use that transformative ability. You can get a Teal Mask Ogerpon out and start setting up, but then you put a 2 prize on the field, and that's what the scary part about this matchup is, I feel like, right? Caleb can then like start doing damage to it, but we'll see what happens. So going to Free Retreat, actually keep the Fighting Energy. Gonna put down Latias, keep the Fighting Energy, so you get discarded later. Gonna retreat into the Teal Mask. It looks like we only got 1 Hoothoot with the with that, right? I think we only see 1. Gonna save the space. Oh, no, we get 2. Okay, just didn't put it down. So yeah, I got the Hoothoot and stuff like that. Okay, and just pass on to Caleb's turn. Now Hiroti's course is playing 3 area 0, so they can do that. And wow, just a pass from Caleb onto Hiroti's turn. That's unfortunate. So Hiroto is going to use the ability, draw Grass Energy. Now, if they can find a Boss Order and knock out the Gimme Goal, they're being in a fantastic spot. And there is the Noctowl coming down. Going to use that ability, search your deck for 2 item cards. Going to find themselves a Boss Order. Could go for Prime Catcher, but I think you go Boss and then maybe like Area 0 or something and try to fill that bench for next turn. Could also go for another Ultra Ball to find a Noctowl for next turn. And going to go for Prime Catcher. Okay, going to go for Prime Catcher, Noctowl. And that way you can just... if you have the Stadium, you can take a knockout with the Fan Rotom. If not, you can bring it up and attack in Boss Order and then take a knockout with it. Yeah, there's a Boss Order. So we're going to take a knockout with the Teal Mask. And yeah, Caleb's in a bad situation here. Going to draw a card, and it is nothing. Wow, yeah, I don't see anything in... Okay, nope, never mind. We do have another Lunatone. Okay, it's another Lunatone, but Hiroti could just take a knockout, then keep loading up their board, keep stabilizing, and get set up, stuff like that, right? We do see an Earth Vessel discarding a Hoothoot. Gonna find a Grass, maybe it's Teal Mask. No, gonna go Fighting and Lightning. And can we find another Pokemon to put down somehow? We do need Area 0. So Ultra Ball, discarding Fighting, and a Lightning. Can this find a Noctowl or Hoothoot or Noctowl? And go for Area 0 maybe, a Nest Ball or something. Let's see what they decide to get here so they can get any card out of the deck. What is it going to be? They already have a bench of 5. They need that Area 0. And they're going to go for a Raging Bolt here. Going to try to go for a sniping kind of play. But, oh, there's the Area 0 come down. There's a Raging Bolt. And the Raging Bolt EX. Holy cow. There's a Refresh Sada. Going to get 2 energies in play. There's a Lightning and another Lightning. Going to draw 3. And now you could potentially start sniping with that Raging Bolt, the baby one, next turn. And snipe Gimmighoul, so you don't have to use things. Gimmighoul does come down, and a Lana Aid. Going to put the Gimmighoul back in the hand as well as the Lunatone. And now we have a board state of 2. But Hiroti is getting up pretty quickly here. It's going to go up to 3 prize cards left. And let's see, what do they do here? They do have Sada in hand. Can get double fighting here. And like I said, they could snipe. Oh, going to get the grass energy. They could snipe the Gimmighoul. And now there's so many energies in play. Yeah, this is great. This is great if you're a fan of Raging Bolts. And actually, just going to take a knock on the active. Going to save their resources. There's Gholdengo drawing 2. And I don't see anything. And Caleb's just going to scoop there. Hiroti would be able to take a knockout on the Gholdengo DX if they wanted to with their Raging Bolt. They could snipe it, right? They could Prime Catcher up the bench one and hit it with something. A lot of different outs there. But they would have gone down to 1 or 2 prize cards. Caleb just not finding anything with their deck, unfortunately. Just when I said dead draw, that was a really bad dead draw. No supporter cards, nothing in the hand really. Not even like Buddy Buddy Poffins. Or they played 2 Buddy Buddy Poffins. No Nest Ball, no Pheasantipity. Prized the Genesect. It was really bad. Caleb had no idea how bad it was with the Genesect being prized as well. I don't even think they even searched their own deck. So very unfortunate start, game 1 there from Caleb, but it is best 2 out of 3 for this reason. Yeah, I don't think Caleb even saw that the Genesect was even prized. They had no idea how bad they had it, right? Yeah. They didn't even have the Genesect to even thin the deck either, right? So it's just very, very bad, and Caleb just not drawing anything off that Gholdengo for 2. Yeah, just in the dark and an air balloon. Playing the 1 dark for the 1 Monkey Dory. So it looks like Caleb is going to opt to go first, which is very scary. Caleb could just draw past, and Hiroti could just take a huge knockout turn 1. I understand the why they want to go first, though. You don't want to get Hiroti the access to get the fan call, start set up, and getting huge knockouts turn 2. But at the same time, if you can't play supporter cards and find your Pokemon, you could easily get knocked out by this Raging Bolt deck. They take quick prize cards, they take really fast prize cards. And there we go. Well, there's a Fighting Gong, so Caleb will not get knocked out immediately, and they'll actually see their prize cards and see what's there and stuff like that. I imagine we will probably look through the deck and see what's prized, what's not prized. The game 1 took only a second, and both these decks are playing very EX heavy base decks. So it looks like Caleb is actually going to play pretty quickly here. Not going to look at the prize cards and not see. Well, actually, nothing really prized. The Turo, maybe some energies might be prized, but bad thing. But going to Air Balloon retreat, going to send up the Solrock, and actually going to reveal that they do play dark energies in their deck, right? They are revealing that they do play dark energies. Don't know how much is really worth noting that, but they did show it. We see the Earth Vessel discarding a Noctowl. And so now we can get some energies in play, and then we can use that Fade Rotom, and then can we find a Prime Catcher? Okay, we could maybe go for the Raging Bolt and maybe snipe it, but you'll need a couple cards. That Gimmighoul is unfortunately 70 HP, and you can only snipe, I think, with 60 with 2 energies on it. So you'd have to go with a they only play 1 Crispin. So yeah, they have to hit the 1 Crispin as well. So there's a Fighting going to the hand. Okay. And yeah, Raging Bolt just not a deck that we ever see anymore, really. It just kind of has fallen off the radar. But Hiroti here at 501 showing like, hey, this deck might be still good. And there we see the Raging Bolt coming down, a Raging Bolt EX as well. So we have double Raging Bolt here, Squawk coming down as well. And there we see a Squawk is going to shuffle and going to discard and draw 6 new cards. And what can we see here? Does Hiroti find a way to knock out the Gimmighoul on the bench? That would be crazy to see. Not impossible, but we do see the Fan Rotom using its ability. Gonna find double. So your bench is kind of full. So, like, can you go for the Ditto? I don't think so. I think you're gonna have to go double Hoothoot here. And let's see, will we see double Hoothoot or will we see the Ditto? And no, gonna go double Hoothoot. And the only reason I was talking about the Ditto maybe is because you could attach Energy Retreat and then like Teal Dance and draw a card. But I think finding Noctowl is just as good for next turn. They do have the Teal Mask. Okay, there we go. Gonna draw a card. Can we find anything? I do see an Ultra Ball, but oh my goodness, Aries Zero comes down as well. Hoothoot. So if Caleb does bump the Stadium, you can discard Squawkabilly next turn. I think you do put down the Hoothoot. We do see an Ultra Ball discarding Iron Leaves. And what is that golden card? It looks like an Energy Switch. Energy Switch is one of the ways that we could, what is it? That could be one of the ways that we could take a knockout this turn. So going to get a Latias for that free retreat. Will Hiroti have something to take a knockout? Can we snipe? There's the Hoothoot. Going to retreat into the Raging Bolt, but I don't think we have a way to take a knockout. Going to just put a Grass on the active and pass on to Caleb's turn. Gonna get Pokemon out of the way kind of thing, right? There's an Arven. Now, this Arven can find like a Nest Ball or something, and it can find a Genesect, but is that enough? I think Caleb needs multiple cards here. I guess we could Arven for Nest Ball, go for multiple Gholdengos. Looks like we're eyeballing the Buddy Poffin, but what else is in their hand? So we see a Buddy Poffin. Going to see the Nest, going to see Air Balloon. Going to grab double. Actually, not going to grab that. Going to go for a Fighting Gong and Air Balloon. Maybe not. Hang on, we're thinking. Okay, so Fighting Gong and Air Balloon. We already have one going to go in the hand. We can then, discarding their ace spec could be really bad. So Fighting Gong coming down. I'm going to grab a Lunatone. And I do see the Earthen Vessel in the hand. Will they discard their ace spec or the Air Balloon? The other card is superior. Just not good options all around. But we do see the Earthen Vessel discarding a Air Balloon, getting 2 fighting. And we do have the Gholdengo in play. But I think we want to wait. Use the Lunar Cycle first. See what you draw off these 3 cards. Right, so Lunar Cycle for 3, 1, 2, 3. They do find a Nest Ball, so they get a Nest Ball for another Gimme Goal here. But do you wait and try to see if you hit a Gimme Goal, or do you wait to try to see if you hit a Nest Ball, Buddy? No, not even go for the EX stack. And this is Caleb saying, "Hey, I know I don't want to put this EX down because you can easily take a knockout on it, so I'm just gonna wait it out." And this is all talking about the first game. Caleb can just wait until Hiroto commits with an EX Pokemon. But Hiroto can find a Crisp in this turn and take a knockout with that Thunderburst Storm or like a bitch Gimme Goal and stuff like that. We could also knock out the active. A lot of different options here. We do see that they are talking about the Crisp, but we are going to go Sada here. And we could Sada the active as well. It's not a bad thing either. It's going to see a Lightning come down from the Earthen Vessel. Going to get double Lightning, actually. And if we use the Sada, we could put an Energy on the active. There we go. Energy on the active. And then we could put one on the bench. Then we could attach a Lightning to the bench, Raging Bolt. And then we could snipe the... Well, you have to put energy on the active to snipe, unfortunately. Yeah, so you have to put energy on the active to actually snipe with it. So let's see if that comes down or not. We could Nest Ball as well. Maybe find another Raging Bolt. There's only 7 in play right now. That might be something that we could do here. I'm actually going to snipe the active. Actually going to use the first... Going to use the second attack. Yeah, just going to use the second attack there for the Dragon Hippo for 130. That's what we see instead. Not going to snipe the Gholdengo. Going to get rid of that Solrock Lunatone engine. There we go. But Caleb does have that reset stamp. That could be a big thing here. We see Boss Order as well. Caleb's going to bring up that Squawkabilly. Try to take an easy 2 price cards and going to use his reset stamp. So, reset stamp, for those who don't know, let me pull it up. Let me reread what this card means. It says you only use a card if one of your Pokemon knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Each player shuffles hand of the deck. Then you draw 5, your opponent draws 2. So you can put about 2 cards, you get 5, and can we find enough resources to take a knockout on the Squawkabilly? We do need a couple of cards. We're looking at 2 energies, and maybe with the Superior that we see, we might have enough to take a knockout. I see 2 in the discard pile. Superior will get rid of some, unfortunately, like there's not that many energies, but I think if they can Superior and get 2, we have enough. Right, looks like we're discarding Munkidori and I'm Fighting Energy to get back 2 energies, and then 3 energies. That's pretty good. So we're gonna be able to discard the 4. Yep, okay, we needed the 4. Sorry, I thought they had 2 in the hand, but they discarded 1, which is why we needed the 3. Makes sense, Josh. Makes sense. There we go. So Caleb, taking the first price card or first EX price card. And this is what I'm talking about. This is a strong thing about Gholdengo is you can kind of price map this way, right? You can decide when you want to attack with your EX Pokemon, right? And now we see Caleb doing that this turn, right? So we do see a Nest Ball. So unfortunately, Caleb did not stop a Nest Ball coming down, which means we will see Pheasantipity, drawing cards. And now Hirochi does find the Lightning, and we will see this Gholdengo EX fall, right? We will see a knockout here. But if Caleb can retaliate, and I know they need a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong, they will need a lot of resources to knock out this active, right? They're going to find a new Gholdengo, they need the energies to then follow up an attack, and with only no Gholdengo Insight, there's an Artisan which can get a Soul Rock, and they have Celios in the hand, a card that we don't see too, or Cypher Maniac's Codebreak in the hand, which could grab like Genesect plus Superior maybe, but is there enough outside of that to take a knock on the active? You only get 4, which I don't think is enough. It just depends what else you get off this lunar cycle, right? I mean, it could still be easily done, right? We do have the fighting in the hand, so we're gonna be able to have Genesect Superior and another card. So 1, 2, 3. Whoa, look at there! Genesect for 2. Gonna get double Gholdengo. Gonna put Gholdengo on the active, draw 2, put 1 on the bench. If you can find an Air Balloon, you can Air Balloon retreat to the other Gholdengo and go for 4 extra cards this turn. So let's see, what does this Gholdengo find? Right now we have 4 in the hand, and we need... Okay, I don't think I see it, and that's all for Pheasantipity. That's gonna draw us 3 here. Yeah, so we need... what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. We need 6 energies in total. I think there's only 1 Superior in the hand right now. Okay. See Pheasantipity, and okay, do see a fighting. I do see, okay, I don't see enough right now. We need 1 more. Okay, there's definitely not enough. There's only 5 total damage, which is 250, but you're missing the attachment for turn, so Caleb knows they do not have a knockout right now, and that's going to be unfortunate because this kind of messed up Caleb's last turn of having the advantage. But now Hirochi's going to be able to take a knockout here. Well, not guaranteed, but they could easily go for the Belling Thunder, take a knockout, going down to 1 prize card if they want to, and they can snipe with that Raging Bolt. So let's see if Hirochi can pull a playoff and keep all these energies and just try to knock out the active without, with keeping the energies on this Raging Bolt, right? That'd be ideal. We do see an Earthen Vessel come down. We attach energies to the active and use the ability here. 7, 14, 21. We need 1 more energy, so we could go 2 here, and even if Caleb goes after the 1 prize, it's a 1 prize Pokemon, right? That's fine. So we'll see what happens here. Hirochi also has his Hoothoot at any point as well. So, like I said, we can go 7, 14, 21, discard and attach and do 280, keep the 3 here, force Caleb to go for a boss on this, and then I think... yeah, there's the 3. I like the 1 there. Yeah, I like this. And if Caleb goes after this Pokemon, that's only a 1 prize card. And then you can use Noctowl and go crazy, right? We see Genesect come down. So now Caleb is forced to find a Boss Sorter as well as energies. We know there's Superior in the hand, and I do see a Boss Sorter. So Caleb will easily be able to knock out this. The problem is... you only take 1 prize card, and then you have to knock out 2 more EX Pokemon, but you have to get rid of this Pokemon. If not, Hirochi just needs to attach energy, and they can snipe one of these Pokemon, right? That's the big thing here. So we see a bunch of stuff happening. We'll definitely see Caleb take a knockout, and I imagine they go Boss Order on that bench, because if not, that Rage Bolt is lined up. It does 30 for damage 20 Pokemon for each energy attached to it, right? And right now there's 3, 6, 9. They only need 1 more energy and they can knock out one of these 2, right? So that's pretty important. So Superior for the metal, boss up that. Yep, we called it. There we go. And we're gonna see the knockout for 1. We're gonna see Hirochi probably promote the Latias. Oh, do they have it like that? They have it like this. They're just gonna promote straight up Raging Bolt. They just have it. I guess they could Prime Catcher as well. I don't think we've seen the Prime Catcher yet. We got Pheasantipity, we got Noctowl, we got a lot of outs here. We need a Sada. Gonna go for the... okay, we actually don't have it straight away. Okay. We have Nest Ball. Nest Ball could find another Raging Bolt here. Unlike that, let's see. Do we have another Raging Bolt? I actually don't think I see a Raging Bolt in the deck. Gonna go for Teal Mask. Teal Mask can find another Grass Energy. Okay. Yeah, do we have it? Maybe they want to go for the Teal Mask? There's Ultra Ball. There's oh, they definitely have it. There's no way they don't have it. So they do this for Noctowl, use the ability, get down Sada, going to Sada and Stretcher back another Raging Bolt. Yep, we're gonna see. We're gonna go straight solid. Not even put the other one down. Who cares about the other card? Because you attach 7, 14, 20, 28. And there we go. Taking the knockout, unfortunately. Yep, Caleb just having some rough games there. But hey, that's the power of Raging Bolt, right? The thing about Raging Bolt is it's so consistent and so fast that you can just quickly win games like that. And that's what we see during that game. Hiroki showing off the power of Raging Bolt and why it might still have some life in this format, in this mega format, which I think is the Raging Bolt's biggest problem, is how do you deal with these mega decks, right? Like, how do you constantly deal 300 plus damage? I think that's the big question. And if Hirochi can figure it out, then we're good to go. If not, you just cross your fingers you don't hit it, right? I guess that's the other big thing. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, bye.